So in today's session we are going to talk about the directivity. ठीक है, in some of the books you will find this directivity is mentioned as a directive gain also. Now when I talk about the important parameters of an antenna, there are two important parameters of the antenna which I'm going to discuss in this session. The first one is nothing but the directivity, and the second parameter is nothing but the gain. Now, previously, what was happening when you were talking about the directivity and you were talking about, I can say, the gain, the directivity and directive gain were having the same meanings. But later in 1973, according to IEEE definition, only one term was used, that is nothing but the directive gain. यहाँ पे आपका एक ही term use किया गया, that is nothing but the directive gain. And then after that in 1983 this particular things are separated out. ठीक है, आपने अलग से ये directivity is something different and gain, antenna gain is something different. So these are two separated out. So directivity and gain, these are nothing but the two different terms. Now whatever we are covering in today's session, it is having a several definitions. Okay, so if I'm talking about the definition one of directivity, so directivity definition one. So what this particular definition says, now directivity of an antenna is defined as the ratio of radiation intensity. So how directive, how much power it radiates in a particular direction. So I can say this is nothing but the ratio of radiation intensity in a given direction from the antenna to the radiation intensity averaged over all directions. ठीक है, so if I write it mathematically, how I can write this particular definition mathematically, it will be written as D is equal to U in the given direction divided by U average, because I'm taking the average intensity in all the directions. So if I write here, it will be U by U average. As this is the ratio, I can say this quantity will be dimensionless quantity. So this is the first definition of the directivity. Now the second definition. So I can say the definition 2 for this particular directivity. What this particular definition tells us, the average radiation intensity which we are using in the above expression. Agar aap average, what you are doing, you are just averaging the power radiated in all directions. So if I take all directions, means I need to divide it by 4 pi, which is nothing but the radiation intensity of an isotropic antenna. So out of this particular second definition comes out, that is nothing but the directivity of an antenna is nothing but the ratio of its radiation intensity in given direction to, I can say, that of an isotropic source. So you need to find out the direction intensity in the given direction divided by isotropic antenna. Now we know that whatever intensity, this is nothing but the P radiated by 4 pi, because your antenna is nothing but the isotropic antenna. So I'll put this value here. So D is equal to U divided by P radiated divided by 4 pi. So if I take this 4 pi, so I can say P radiated. So this is the second definition. ठीक है, so I can calculate this particular directivity if I know the radiation intensity of isotropic antenna. ठीक है. So this is my definition second. My definition first tells me it is u by u average. Second definition tells me it is nothing but the u by u zero. Then you can replace u zero with its value. So I'll get a 4 pi u by p radiated. Now definition 3. What does definition 3 tells me? So in the definition 3, that you need to find out the directivity in a particular direction. Okay. So, but if what will happen if you don't know the direction, okay, and you need to find out the directivity. So the directivity of an antenna is defined as the ratio of radiation intensity in a maximum direction, where you're getting the maximum directivity to the radiation intensity of an isotropic antenna. So in the definition 3, we can define it is nothing but the ratio of radiation intensity in maximum direction to the radiation intensity of isotropic source. ठीक है. So how I'm going to write it mathematically, जैसे मैंने पहले भी denote किया है. Now here I'm going to denote it with d0. ठीक है. आपका maximum direction आप consider करो. So I'll write it as a d0, which is nothing but the u max intensity in the maximum direction divided by u0. So it will come, you know that what is the u0, that is nothing but the p radiated divided by 4 pi. So again I can say that d0 is equal to 4 pi u max divided by p radiated. Okay. So this is something which I have calculated. So if I summarize all the definitions which I have given you right now, so here I can summary of the definition. What my definition 1 tells me, in the definition 1, I'm getting that D is equal to U by, I can say, U average. Okay. In the second definition, I'm getting D is equal to U by U0. If I replace this with like value of U0, which is nothing but the P radiated by 4 pi, then I can say it is 4 pi U divided by P radiated. This is the second definition. And the third definition gives me the maximum directivity, where I'm considering my direction is the maximum radiation. So I can write here 4 pi U max divided by P radiated. So this is all about what we have seen up till now for the directivity. Okay. So we'll see the significance of each and every term which involves in this particular expression. So D is nothing but the directivity. Now directivity is the ratio, that's why it will not have any unit. Now here D0 is nothing but the maximum directivity. This will also have no unit. U is nothing but the radiation intensity. It's the radiated power per unit solid angle. That's why watts per steradian. U max. Now this U max is nothing but the maximum radiation intensity. Unit will be same. That is watts per steradian. Then P radiated. Now this is the power. So obviously your unit will be watts. So power radiated, and I am just writing this unit is nothing but the watts. So this is all about the directivity. Now remember that P radiated, whatever we have used in above expressions, हम जो भी P radiated या radiated power use कर रहे हो, that can be calculated if I know the radiation intensity over this particular solid angle. So if I put the values of this solid angle, it will be sine theta, d theta, and a d5. Okay. So you can calculate directivity if you know the radiated power. Okay. So next one is nothing but the directivity. If I know the beam area, how I can calculate directivity. So I'll write here directivity from beam area. We have seen beam area previously. What is the beam area? So here, if I want to express my D in terms of the beam area, now I need to assume some expression here for you. Okay? So I'm assuming that my intensity is equal to K0 F theta phi. So here I'm assuming my k0 is nothing but the constant, and my this intensity is nothing but the function of theta and phi. So if I'm going to find out the directivity, if I see the final equation or जो third definition है, d0 tells me it is nothing but the 4 pi u max divided by p radiated. ठीक है. Now, so अभी मुझे if I want to find out this d0, what I need to find out, or what I require here, I require two things to find out d0. The first thing I need is nothing but the u max, and second thing is nothing but the p radiated. So I'll solve this one by one. So first I'll try to find out u max. ठीक है. So the first thing to find u max. So how I can find out u max? We have already written some expression for u max, which is nothing but the k0 f theta 5. ठीक है, and we are assuming that this is the maximum. So I'll just put that f as a maximum function of theta and 5. So I'll write this is nothing but the first equation. Second, I need to find out the radiated power. So I'll try to write the equation for P radiated. Now P radiated I have already given in the previous slide, which is nothing but the surface integration of intensity with respect to solid angle. So if I try to solve this particular, how I'm going to surface integration, यहाँ पे आपको you have to consider phi varies from 0 to 2 pi, your theta varies from 0 to pi, and it is like I'm just putting u here, which is nothing but the f theta 5. ठीक है. K0 I'll put constant here as outside of this particular integration, and I'm assuming that this is nothing but the max. So I'll write here it is the max into the solid angle, that is sine theta d theta and a d5. Now again I'm going to the equation number 1. ठीक है. This is my second equation. I'll write this equation number as equation number 2. Now I'll go to the next equation. What is my d0 here? My d0 is nothing but the 4 pi u max divided by, I guess, p radiated. So I'll just put a value of u max. ठीक है. आपका जो u max है वो क्या है आपका k0 f max, which is the function of theta and phi. I'm sorry, I need to go to the previous side, whereas you're not considering this particular value as max. This is only f theta max, because this power radiated is not having a maximum value here. ठीक है. So यहाँ पे, so if I put here the value of p radiated, it will be k0 surface integration 0 to 2 pi 0 to pi f theta 5 sine of theta, I can say d of theta and d of phi. ठीक है. So further solving, I'll just take out the constants. यहाँ पे आपका जो भी constant है मैंने उसको normalize किया है. So I'll just go by putting 4 pi. ठीक है. F of, I can say, sorry, this constant cancels out. So f max theta 5 divided by, again the integration 0 to 2 pi 0 to pi f of theta 5 sine of theta d theta and a d5. ठीक है. So here I'll just take this term below this particular thing. ठीक है. So it will be, I can say, 4 pi outside the bracket. I'll just take 1 by, ठीक है, आपका, I can say, f of this function is 0 to 2 pi 0 to pi. This is a function of theta and phi. Sorry, I'll just write here divided by, this will be the okay, sorry, this will be the f theta phi sine theta d theta and a d phi. ठीक है. And this comes here, and that's why this will be f max theta and a phi. ठीक है. So if f theta 5 f max theta 5, now I need to solve this separately. So now we are having this kind of things here, f theta 5 f max theta and phi inside the bracket. So I can say this is nothing but the function of, I said intensity, so it will be u by u max. So I can say this is nothing but the normalized power, which is the function of theta and phi. So here I'll use this particular value. So I can write here d0 is equal to 4 pi divided by, this is a 0 to 2 pi, this is a 0 to pi. I can write this is Pn theta 5 sine theta d theta and a d5. So I have just replaced that things with the normalized power. Now the denominator of this particular expression is nothing but the beam area. If you do remember, this is the expression which we have find out for the beam area. This is surface integration normalized power sine theta d theta d. So I just replace that particular thing, that is d0 is equal to 4 pi divided by ohm A, which is nothing but the beam area. And we have already seen in the previous expression, because my beam area is equal to surface integration, I can say, or I can say this integration over the 4 pi Pn theta 5 d ohm. Okay, and the same is here. That's why I have replaced. So I can say my directivity can be expressed in terms of the beam area like this. Okay. So this is how you can get the exact directivity in terms of the beam area. Then I'm just trying to find out the approximate expression for directivity. This is the exact one. And then next one we can find out that what will be the approximate one. So the next one is nothing but the approximate expression for T. ठीक है. So we have already talked about the beam area, ठीक है, previously. So beam area is equal to, approximately equal to, I can say, theta hp into 5 hp, which will be given in the steradian. Now here we have already calculated that our d0 is equal to 4 pi divided by, I can say, beam area. So if beam area is approximately equal to this one, I can write 4 pi divided by theta hp and phi hp. Okay. Now here, whatever theta hp and phi hp mentioned here, they are expressed in the radians. Okay. If I want to express it into the degrees, I know that 4 pi steradian. अगर आप 4 pi steradian को convert करते हो degrees में, तो it comes for 1253 square degree. ठीक है. So if I want to represent my directivity यहाँ पे, so it will come 41253, which will be square degree, approximately equal to, divided by theta in a degrees and a 5 in a degrees, which are nothing but the half power beam widths. Okay. So many times it is desirable that to calculate the approximate directivity, if you don't know the actual values and you know only half power beam widths and only one coordinate value is given, like if theta is given, you can assume your 5 hp is same as the theta hp, and then you can calculate these values. Okay. So this directivity is a dimensionless quantity, but sometimes we need to express d in the decibel. So how you are going to express it into the dBs? So d into dBs is equal to 10 log to the base 10, will say, directivity. Now this is nothing but the dimensionless quantity, so you can express it into the decibels. Now whenever you find that directivity is given or calculated, if d expressed as dBi. So this I stands for isotropic. Now this means d is calculated by comparing with isotropic source. And that's why the unit is given as a dBi, that is decibel in comparison with the isotropic source. So this is all about the directivity. Now we'll solve one problem for the directivity to understand how we can calculate the exact directivities and the approximate directivity. So I'll take this as a problem one. So the radiation intensity of a unidirectional antenna Now this is given as u is equal to um cos of theta. ठीक है, and you have given value of theta which is less than or equal to pi by 2, and a 5 which is nothing but the less than or equal to 2 pi. ठीक है, 0 to 2 pi. So you need to find in this particular case, the first one is the exact directivity, and the second value you need to find out is nothing but the approximate directivity. ठीक है, I'll just write the formulas for the exact directivity and the uh, what I can say for the approximate directivity. So if I'm interested in the exact directivity, my formula here is nothing but the 4 pi u max divided by p radiated. ठीक है, और approximate के लिए we have right now seen which is nothing but the 41253 square degree divided by theta hp into 5 hp. ठीक है, so I'll try to solve this particular problem first for exact directivity and then next for the approximate directivity. So exact directivity, I need to find out u max, I need to find out the p radiated. ठीक है, so here the equation which is given is nothing but the u is equal to um cos of theta. So what I'm assuming u max is nothing but the um. So I need to find out radiated power by this particular formula, 0 to 2 pi, then 0 to pi, and I can say this is u do. So again I can say 0 to 2 pi, this will be the 0 to pi, and the values are actually given, they have given you this is pi by 2, theta आपका pi by 2 है और phi आपका 2 pi है, so I have replaced that. ठीक है, so I'll write here um cos of theta which is given over here, and then I can say okay, and then I can say cos of theta is given over here, I can say, and I need this value d, sorry, this will be the sin theta d theta and a d phi. So मैंने सब कुछ यहाँ पे I have put it all that things. So um is constant, I'll take it out. Then cos theta sin theta, यहाँ पे मैं I'll write वो वाला जो भी है. So cos और sin of 2 theta is equal to 2 sin और 2 cos theta sin theta. So अगर मुझे सिर्फ इसके लिए रिप्लेस करना है तो I can write 1/2 sin of 2 theta. So um is constant, then I have 1 5, so 5 ranges from 0 to 2 pi. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आपका this will become 1/2 sine of 2 theta, and this is a function of theta, so I'll put 0 to 2 pi by 2, 1/2 sine of 2 theta d theta. ठीक है, 1/2 this value will be 2 pi um into 1/2, I have taken this 1/2 outside. Sine का जो भी आपका integration होगा till pi by 2, it will be minus cos of 2 theta divided by 2, ranges from 0 to pi by 2. So pi by 2, we know that pi by 2 is a 90 degree. So this complete value will get 1. ठीक है, and that's why this but 2 will get cancelled, and whatever I'll get here is nothing but the pi um. So I can say I have received the p radiated as pi um. So if I know what is radiated power, how can I calculate the directivity? D0 is equal to 4 pi U max divided by P radiated. So आपका U 4 pi, I'll write here um, and P radiated is nothing but the pi um. So um will get cancelled, pi will get cancelled, and radiated sorry directivity I'll get a 4 here, so I'll write here d0 is equal to 4. This value is nothing but the value of exact directivity. The next one is nothing but the approximate directivity. ठीक है, so if I'm interested in approximate directivity, first I'll write the formula for this one. So approximate directivity is 41253 square degree theta hp, and I can say phi hp. At least I should know one value. ठीक है, so if I'm talking about what is given here, they have given you theta and intensity. So um is given, I can say u is given intensity. So intensity, it's a power radiated per unit, I can say solid angle. So half of the power आपका कहाँ पे fall होता है वो आपको देखना पड़ेगा. It is not given in the field. ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, इट्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ द पावर. सो आई नीड टू सी आपका यहाँ पे पावर कहाँ पे fall होता है. So I can say this is nothing but the theta and this is also a theta. So how you are going to find out the half power beam width? Half power beam width is a twice of theta, whereas you are taking a theta where your power falls to half. So your equation here given is nothing but that जो भी आपका equation यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है, that equation tells us that whatever intensity you are getting is nothing but the u is equal to um cos of theta. ठीक है, और मुझे आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन द थीटा, सो आई कैन से दैट माई cos of theta is the angle where I am getting power of 0.5. ठीक है, so I can say this value must be theta is equal to cos inverse of 0.5. Now whereas theta will be 60 degree. ठीक है, अगर आप cos inverse of 0.5 निकालेंगे, you'll get the theta as a 60 degree. Now what about the half power beam width? Half power beam width will be exactly twice of this theta. So 2 into 60, it comes 120 degree. Now I have received theta, or I can say half power beam width. ठीक है, if you have received the half power beam width, you can assume as this particular function is only function of theta, so I can say theta hp is equal to 120 degree, which is nothing but the 5 hp. This is already given in the definition. If you don't know the value of 5 hp or only one function is given, you can assume another one. So approximate directivity is 1253 square degrees divided by theta hp. Now I'll just put the value 120 degree into 120 degree, it becomes a square degree. So if you calculate this directivity, it comes near about 2.865. So this is the approximate directivity. Now previously we have calculated actual exact directivity, and this is the approximate. So you can see there is a difference between your exact directivity and approximate. Exact was 4 and this approximate is 2.8, so it's close to the 3. So from this I can conclude that whenever exact and approximate values comes, there will be obviously a difference. So better approximation can be obtained if the pattern have much narrower bandwidth. अगर बहुत कम bandwidth है आपका, तो यहाँ पे आपको बहुत अच्छे से approximation मिल सकता है. So this is the problem based on directivity. Next one is nothing but the properties of directivity. ठीक है, so I'll talk about the 4 to 5 properties of the directivity. So properties of directivity. So one by one, I'll just write down the properties here and I'll explain that properties also. Okay. So the first property of the directivity tells us the directivity of an isotropic source is nothing but when I talk about the isotropic source. Okay. For an isotropic radiator and an isotropic source here, I can say it radiates equally in all directions. I can say equal radiations will be there. Okay. So you don't have to dependent. So I can say it is independent. It is independent on theta एंड फाइव, दोनों पे भी वो डिपेंडेंट नहीं है. तो आपका जो भी यू होगा, इंटेंसिटी हर जगह पे सेम होगा. सो डायरेक्टिविटी इज नथिंग बट द यू बाय u0. So I can say u0 by e0 is nothing but the 1. So I can say directivity for isotropic antenna will always be a 1. So I can conclude from this d is equal to 1 for isotropic source, because it will equally radiate. So if you take a radiation at any point, you'll get a same value. The second is nothing but the if second property I'll see now in a practical word, no radiator will be a isotropic radiator. Okay. So whenever you're talking about the practical radiator or practical antenna, I'll say practical radiator will use the term as a radiator. So practical radiator radiates more in particular direction. ठीक है, so I can say that it will radiate more in a particular direction, giving your u max must be greater than u0. So I can say the directivity will be greater than 1, and this is for non isotropic antenna. आइसोट्रॉपिक एंटीना के लिए आपका हमेशा जो डायरेक्टिविटी होता है वो 1 होता है. व्हेनेवर यू आर टेकिंग द एग्जांपल ऑफ नॉन आइसोट्रॉपिक एंटीना और अ डायरेक्शनल एंटीना, your directivity will be greater than 1. The third property tells us that, if I'm talking about the third property, then we know that D is equal to 4 pi ohm A. So I can say that smaller the beam area, larger डायरेक्टिविटी. ठीक है, जितना आपका बीम एरिया स्मॉलर है उतना आपका जो भी डायरेक्टिविटी है वो लार्जर है. द फोर्थ प्रॉपर्टी सेज दैट इफ द बीम एरिया, हाउ यू आर कैलकुलेटिंग द बीम एरिया, इट इज लाइक दिस, थीटा एच पी into 5 HP. So D is large. How I can calculate if D is large when half power beam widths are smaller. ठीक है, because they are inversely proportional. ठीक है. The fifth property says that always whenever you are talking about the directivity, it provides a relative figure of merit. ठीक है. Now I'll explain what is this figure of merit. FOM is nothing but the figure of merit. So for example, if I say that the directivity of a source, that D is equal to 2, what is the meaning of this D is equal to 2? It means that now if I'm giving, if given is D is equal to 2, this means that it is 2 times more intense or more than isotropic radiator. So always whenever you are talking about the directivity, it provides the relative FOM, that is figure of merit. Okay, so this is all about the properties of the directivity. So I'm just repeating all the properties again. The first, directivity is 1 for isotropic source. For a directional source, it is always greater. Smaller the beam area, larger the directivity. Smaller the half power beam width, larger the directivity. And it always provides the relative figure of merit, that always you get, I can say, comparison with the isotropic antenna. So today we have covered all definitions of the directivity, problem based on the directivity, and then properties of the directivity.